Jackie Chan has broken more than 200 bones across his career, yet never stopped making films that redefine action cinema. Today we're counting down Jackie Chan's 10 greatest movies, from death-defying Hong Kong classics to Hollywood comedies that turned him into a household name. And we'll reveal the film that stands as his ultimate masterpiece. Quick challenge. If you could star in one Jackie Chan stunt, climbing a skyscraper or sliding down a 70-foot pole, what would you choose? Drop it in the comments. Imagine it's your audition for the ultimate action movie. Rush Hour. What happens when East meets West, martial arts meets comedy, and Jackie Chan meets Chris Tucker? Rush Hour answered that question and turned it into a smash. Fast-paced banter, perfectly timed pratfalls, and kung fu that never stopped selling the laughs. More than a funny buddy cop film, it proved Jackie could carry a Hollywood crowd without losing the physicality that made him famous. Rush Hour opened the door for international casting and showed studios that cross-cultural chemistry sells tickets worldwide. It launched a major franchise and proved Jackie could headline US box office. That's timeless synergy. When you want to expand your reach, find collaborators who multiply your strengths. Partnership scales what solo effort can't. Find partners that amplify you. Rumble in the Bronx. A movie that sold New York attitude to American audiences wasn't even shot entirely in New York. Rumble in the Bronx arrived as Jackie's calling card to the West, raw, physical, and brash, showcasing a performer who used inventive stunt work and comic timing to cross language barriers. The production itself became part of the legend. Jackie pushed for practical stunts, and a botched leap left him with a badly broken ankle. Instead of stopping, he finished scenes with a plaster cast cleverly disguised on camera. The impact was huge. American viewers finally saw that Hong Kong action could compete with Hollywood spectacle. He won new fans while pushing his own body to the limit. When entering new markets, prove your value through bold, authentic work and adapt your presentation to local expectations. Commit and adapt. Who am I? Imagine waking up in the middle of nowhere with no memory of who you are, hunted by assassins, and forced to rely only on instinct. That's the premise of Who Am I? A film that blended Jackie's signature stunt work with an identity thriller unlike anything he'd done before. The crown jewel? Jackie's insane slide down the side of a Rotterdam skyscraper, done without wires, doubles, or CGI. It wasn't just daring, it was innovative, combining danger with pure cinematic spectacle. This film showed Jackie could stretch his style into more complex narratives while still giving audiences breathtaking action. Who Am I thrilled with stunts and provoked thought with story. Reinvention doesn't always mean abandoning your strengths, it means reimagining them. Identity is strength. Armour of God. Sometimes a single accident can define an entire career. Armour of God was supposed to be Jackie's playful take on an adventure epic, but while filming a simple stunt, jumping between two walls, he fractured his skull and nearly died. Doctors had to operate, leaving Jackie with a permanent hole in his head. Instead of retiring, he went back to complete the movie, turning a near tragedy into a symbol of resilience. Jackie's reputation skyrocketed, not just as a martial artist, but as a fearless performer who refused to let fear dictate his art. The film blended comedy, exotic locations, and daring set pieces, proving Hong Kong could rival Hollywood's Indiana Jones. Jackie risked death and delivered success. True legacy comes from what you overcome, not just what you achieve. Courage creates legacy. Armour of God 2, Operation Condor. What happens when a kung fu master becomes a globe-trotting adventurer? In Operation Condor, Jackie transformed from martial artist into full-blown action hero, racing across deserts, diving through secret bunkers, and orchestrating chase scenes that felt like intricate puzzles. The sequel wasn't just bigger, it was smarter, mixing slapstick comedy with spectacle in ways Hollywood was only beginning to attempt. The movie became one of Jackie's highest-grossing hits in Europe and Asia, showing that his style wasn't just local flavor, it was global appeal. And the behind-the-scenes truth? Every laugh carried danger, with stunts demanding flawless timing or real injury. Jackie entertained the world and put himself at risk. Competing at the highest level isn't about imitation, it's about creating a voice no one else can copy. Originality wins. We're halfway through the countdown, so here's a fun challenge. If Jackie were to make one more action movie today, what kind of story or setting would you want to see him in? Drop your ideas in the comments. I'd love to hear the wildest pitches. And if you're enjoying this journey through his greatest hits, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps more fans discover Jackie's legendary films. Want even more adrenaline-packed cinema? Check out our top martial arts movies of all time playlist. Tap the on-screen card and keep the action rolling right after this video. Project A. Picture this. Dangling from a 100-foot clock tower, the rope slipping fast, the crowd below gasping as time ticks down. Jackie Chan actually lived this nightmare for Project A, performing one of cinema's most dangerous stunts, without a net. The drop battered him in real life, but the sequence became legendary, instantly raising the standard for action choreography. The film cemented Jackie as a director willing to risk everything to blend slapstick comedy with bone-crunching danger, creating a formula that influenced action cinema worldwide. What made it revolutionary wasn't just the stunt, it was Jackie's ability to turn near death into entertainment. Project A terrified audiences and inspired filmmakers. Sometimes the boldest risks carve the clearest path forward. Fear fuels greatness. The Legend of Drunken Master. How do you top a classic? Jackie did it with The Legend of Drunken Master, a sequel often hailed as one of the greatest martial arts films ever made. The film pushed him to the edge. The climactic fight scene runs nearly 20 minutes, filmed in sweltering heat, with Jackie sustaining burns and cuts while continuing to shoot. His performance in the drunken boxing style turned pain into comedy, exhaustion into art. The movie became a global touchstone, influencing directors from Quentin Tarantino to modern fight choreographers in Hollywood. It reminded audiences that action could also be performance poetry. Jackie hurt himself, but the world gained a masterpiece. True mastery doesn't mean avoiding limits, it means pushing past them. Mastery is evolution. Police Story 3, Supercop. What happens when you bring together Jackie Chan and Michelle Yeoh, two of the boldest stunt performers alive? You get Supercop, a film that raised the ceiling for what action stars could do on screen. Jackie dangled from a helicopter ladder mid-air, while Michelle jumped a motorcycle onto a moving train, performing every stunt herself. Their chemistry made the movie electric, blending comedy with world-class spectacle. The film expanded Jackie's global reach, broke box office records in Asia, and spotlighted Michelle Yeoh as a true action icon, long before her Oscar win decades later. Jackie proved his daring while Michelle proved hers. Collaboration doesn't just add power, it multiplies it. Partnership powers progress. Police Story. Some films don't just set the standard, they obliterate it. Police Story was Jackie Chan's all-in declaration that Hong Kong cinema could rival Hollywood. The movie's legendary stunt saw him slide down a 70-foot pole strung with exploding lights, shattering glass as he plummeted to the floor. The injuries were brutal: second-degree burns, back trauma, even a dislocated pelvis. Yet Jackie insisted the shot stay in the final cut. Directors from around the globe cited Police Story as redefining action cinema, with its mix of comedy, chaos, and jaw-dropping risk. It nearly ended Jackie's career, but instead immortalized it. Leadership isn't about playing safe, it's about doing what no one else dares. Risk rewrites history. Drunken Master, the film that transformed Jackie Chan from a rising stuntman into a worldwide star. By fusing slapstick humor with martial arts precision, Jackie created a new genre, kung fu comedy. His portrayal of Wong Fei-hung as a rebellious, playful, and deeply flawed hero made martial arts cinema more human, more fun, and far more accessible to audiences beyond Asia. The movie shattered box office records, inspired a wave of imitators, and set Jackie apart as a one-of-a-kind performer who could balance comedy with combat. Drunken Master launched his career and reshaped an entire industry. Reinvention can turn skill into legacy, and legacy into legend. That's how legends are born. These Jackie Chan classics weren't just about wild stunts or kung fu showdowns. They told stories of resilience, humor, and relentless creativity. From fractured bones to groundbreaking comedy-action hybrids, Jackie didn't just make movies, he reshaped how the world sees martial arts cinema. And if you think his best days are behind him, just look at how his influence still fuels today's action stars. The next wave is already carrying his torch. So if you're hungry for more epic countdowns and timeless fight films, don't go anywhere. The action continues here. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next legendary showdown.